Hello everyone, and welcome back to our wild goose chase here in our niche adventures with the fractured feather flock. As usual, you can find a link to both the rules and the previous episodes in the video description, and we are going to carry on where we left off last time with me basically pulling feathers out of my hair with franticness of trying to get our geese actually having goslings. It is a little harder to get everyone established on this island than I thought. It has taken more time than I anticipated. But, my friends, I think we are on the verge of many goosey breakthroughs. Especially because it looks like Platypus Beak will not yet be leaving us with the birth of little Don Rai, who we're gonna go ahead and rename. He has his mother Inga. He has his father Io, who I love Io so much. He has been one of my favorites for quite a while now. One of the males that we have had patrolling for a long time. Let me see, I'm looking up a good name for his child. I think we're gonna go ahead and name his son Gull. That sounds like a good name. But little Gull has just been born with Platypus Beak, and we also have a few other Platypus Beaks, which are one of the main traits we want to see all of our geese have. We have Ruddy, who is probably going to end up inheriting Dove's territory. I'm sort of stunned, but Ruddy actually has like 11 reputation, so he could really just make this his own. Duck is also over here. Oh, and he's actually got 2 wonderful spots that he can eat off of. And we'll get Zyros protecting that bundle bush right there. But little Duck also has Platypus Beak. And I think the only group we don't have Platypus Beak is Tross's offspring. Tross, I did not mean to make you fly. I guess you just wanted to kind of stretch your wings quite literally for a moment. We'll have her sit there for a second. But we're doing pretty good, I think. It feels like we're really far away from having the goose that we want. It does feel interesting because all of our tribe, all of our little flock is beginning to actually reach the limits of how much they can settle on this island, because there's not much space left for the Nichelings who do want to breed. We might start seeing some fights and competitions between Nichelings who want to nest and need territory space because they're all so strong. So this is going to be really interesting. It may truly become the survival of the fittest with how powerful many of the next generation are, and with how little space there really is for all of their immense territories, even on such a big island. So with that in mind, we're going to work right now on trying to unlock a few genes. Yay, and we have Ramhorn, Claw, and Normal Fertility unlocked from last time. Only 2 more water digs and Platypus Beak unlocks. Yes, we are so close to that, you guys. It is gonna happen. And then I also want to have a day with Little Wren and Little Tern. And these 2 sisters have something special and unique that no other nicheling on the island does. And that is their water body ability. So both of them ended up with water body. I believe that was actually inherited from their wandering father. No, it wasn't. It was inherited from their mother? Truss, what were you doing with water body recessive? Somehow, oh my gosh, does that mean that her brother... No, Tross is the only one on the island with water body and recessive somewhere in the fractured feather flock genes and like history that she has, and she passed it on to 2 of her daughters. So with Little Wren and Little Tern, we are actually going to do our best to try to unlock water body so that that can become one of the new realities that our geese can have. So we're going to want to swim about 39 more times. So I think those 2 will be able to pull it off. But I really want to spend a lot of time with them today, basically. However, with that said, I do also want to spend time. Let's come over with Io. Io, can you do it? Can you unlock 1? Just 1 more. Come on, Io. I feel like you're the one who should have been able to like unlock this so early. Oh my gosh. Will his mate be able to help? Curses. There's nothing to actually be able to eat around here. All right. Little Duck is done too. Okay, it looks like it's up to these lovely ladies to do the honors. Ta-da! We have just unlocked Platypus Beak and somehow Cracker Jaw. I will accept that. I will accept that. So, all right. Yes, we can have geese. We can properly have the geese. So with platypus beak, we will get the opportunity, there we go, to have our goose beaks. So, phew. All right, that's like good and done. Turn, I think now I need to have you possibly pass on a wing to replace that deformed paw. And then to pass on platypus beak. I think you can only, I'm not sure if the rumors about like the lines being what you can pass on is true or not. So I think I might give her platypus beak. Maybe I should give her fishing tail. I think I'm gonna give her fishing tail. I'm gonna give her wing and fishing tail. All right, let's do, I really need her to pass on the other things too, but wing and then fishing tail. And we might have some progress. And then for you, little wren, you definitely will pass on a wing. So I'm gonna give her platypus beak and fishing tail. And hopefully those will count. Okay, so platypus beak and fishing tail. There we go. And we have the future! The future of our little goose lineage might finally happen. And then once that happens and we get the geese, we can go on more wild goose chases, and we might make some really fun challenges where we can send our geese out through the world to just go and discover different things on different islands. So all right, let's go ahead and have Wren swim into the waters and her sister come join her because these two can swim. I do think that would kind of alarm Tross, to say the least, but she's roosting on an egg and can't do much about it. And meanwhile, Tross's mate, Tiarchi, will gather up some food here. And I think that Azora Coco, the cuckoo who showed up inside of our nest and made me think that she was one of our own children, she's probably ready for a family, territory, a life of her own. She has C and D immunity. She has a few of the traits that we are looking for. And I think she might make a good mate for Chili, who has B and F immunity. And we might be able to scrape together something along the lines of a goose from their genes. It may be really hard, but I think we can do it. So I'm actually going to have Azora Coco start heading out and searching for her own territory. Meanwhile, Chickney, the gardener, is apparently quite content to continue serving in Tross's territory, watching over her children. And Tawny is of age now, and I just really feel like Tawny and Duck, for some reason, would make some good children. And I think Tawny actually wants to inherit her mother's territory, and Chisel only has a couple days left to live, so I think that's fine. Tawny's just sticking around, kind of to stay close to her mom. We have little Whistlethorn, her brother. Chili. I think Chili's a little nervous because Rooster's here, and Rooster can just basically... Oh, Rooster, what's your... I haven't set Rooster's reputation yet. Oh, wow. So he's actually got default 3 strength, brown horns, that's 4. He doesn't have white body. He doesn't have webbed hind legs, but he has wings, so he's got 8. He has 8 reputation. He could push somebody out of the territory. He's a little bit stronger than Chili, so I feel like Chili's a little nervous, and I feel like Rooster is clearly eyeing up the tree in the distance. So I think Chili is actually going to start wiggling this way and seeing, aha, there's possibly a little spot over here that he can carve out for territory. There's at least 1 bush, so he could at least have 1 child. Or he could try to fight Tawny, depending on if he and Azur want to be able to take over a larger nest area and have more children. That's going to be interesting to see. The way that the flock will kind of compete within each other, but also rely on one another in case of trouble. But there hasn't been trouble in so long. Alright, meanwhile, Zabidi will tell his mate how beautiful he thinks she is. She will express concern over all of the bundles in the area. He will have taken care of that. She will continue to express her concern. And then perhaps say that, the nest needs refreshed. What does she appreciate about her mate? The way that he has taken care of their territory so excellently. Ah, there we go. He was impressed by that. And she has repaired the nest, so that is good to go. Little Owlet. Oh, Owlet, I need to calculate your reputation as well. You have 2 natural attack. Nothing for the horns. 1 white fur, that's 3. 4, 5 for the wings. So Owlet has 5 reputation. And keep in mind the Nichelings can fight with one another if they would like to control more areas. Swift, haven't been able to find you a mate, have I? Weren't you and Hawk supposed to have children? D and F, yes. And we might get somewhere there. And Swift, I think you may have found a corner. Perfect! I think Swift just found a corner of the island that she can call her own. And speaking of Hawk, he really loves trying to attack these little Nichelings. I feel like he absolutely would want to try to pass on Ramhorn so far. So once he ages up, we'll figure that out. All right, little Reddy can start walking around. There we go. Is that everybody? That is everybody. And not to mention when Caspian comes of age, that's going to be really exciting because he is just gorgeous. And I know that there'll be plenty of Nichelings who might want him as a mate. But all right, Ren, you're one of the stars of our show, so you go ahead and continue swimming. Your sister is going to join you. Hopefully between the 2 of them, these 2 do have dreams of unlocking the ability for the rest of their family to swim. So these 2 sisters, I think that their mother is extremely alarmed about this and might have a lot to say about it. So Tross will Tross will call out a few times, and Tross has summoned Isa. Another, whoa, you guys! She has got the webbed-hind legs and she has got fishing tail. So she is clearly a welcome new addition to our group. She also has I and A immunity, which is very good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and invite her in. We'll offer her some food. Let's rename her. We're really getting a huge tribe. We better be careful about this. Not all of them will be having babies after all. But Isa, I'm going to go ahead and rename you to Prairie, I think. And we'll give her a little name. Prayer. Prayer? Prar. I actually like that name a lot. Alright, Prar, you have webbed hind legs, that's 2. You have Whitehorn and Redhorn. So you have Redhorn, that's 3. So she actually has 3. Oh, and then 4, 5, 6. She actually has 6 reputation. She just walks in with that much reputation. Huh. I wonder if she'd be a good mate for Caspian in the future. But I really do want that fishing tail. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, she's here and welcomed. I think that she might go and do some fishing and be out of everybody's way with the territory. Let's see. Meanwhile, Tiarchi will continue to check in on his mate's territory, and Caspian can actually help out with all of these funnel issues we've been having, because he's got the ability to fly and to attack, which is very useful. All right, meanwhile, aha! Chili, I think, is excited about the territory he's found, and little Rooster, oh, an empty nest, is exploring. And over here, Azura Ku is getting into her own areas. Tawny is defending her area. Zizi's, oh, it's his final days. I think I'm just gonna let Zizi hang out with his mate. Will she be able to give birth in the final day? We will have to wait and see with little Whistlethorn keeping an eye on them. I guess that means that Tawny is going to immediately be in charge of 2 babies. So she'll have to wait a bit to have another one of her own. And meanwhile, Eo! Huzzah! 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 Eo! Platypus Beak. We can pass Platypus Beak down through your family lineage really strongly. I am so happy about that. We're gonna have Inga call to her mate to, we need to give them the icons to note that they both have mates now. So many Nichelings. We need to shrink the population. So you know what? I think, oh, and there too, they didn't have a successful mating. That's fine. But I think by like day 60, maybe this next generation, the generation that we're having, I think we'll pick the ones that we want to take with us, and we will leave the island soon. Because this is a little bit of an easy life, easier than what I was picturing. And we're starting to do the point where there's so many Nichelings, it makes it very, very difficult to get anything done when it comes to everything, basically. There we go. We'll try to attack over there. So yeah, we probably will move on soon. All right, and little Ruddy can actually help out over here. And Duck, I'm gonna start sending you... Let's see, what does Duck want out of his life? Well, he has platypus beak. I'm gonna start sending Duck. Oh no, he's got all these ants on him. I didn't know that they were bad ants now. All right, there we go. Well, Zyros was helping out. Yeah, I think we'll pick from this generation and go to a new island, maybe soon, just to see what happens. And Swift is defending her area excellently. Wonderful. Good, 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 good. All right, we may have some new babies soon yet. We may have some changes to our tribe area. There we go. And we may have some geese yet. I'm very hopeful that we will have geese soon. All right, but thank you very much to our two wanderers, Chisel and Zizi, who did have some of the fractured feather genes in them, and they gave us Tawny. And they have left behind little Shima, who unfortunately has nothing of what we are looking for at all, and is now standing on the bones of her parents with her sister Tawny, tasks with watching over the little ones and kind of defending against Bunnel incursion, apparently, the territory that they already have. Rooster has already kind of fled the coop. There we go. We'll have him kind of explore over there. I heard a predator, but I do not see a predator. See, life is just way too easy peasy here. We'll pick our favorites of this generation, I think, and head to the new island soon. All right, meanwhile, down here, we have Razorina. And what else? We can continue to explore with these two. They have the ability to swim to their heart's content, which is very exciting. And then with Pra here, haha, she is an excellent fisher. So we may really consider using her genes in the future too. All right, and then our little gardener, Chickney, will continue to tend to the garden. And Tiarchi will continue to try to defend his mate's territory. And Caspian will help with clearing away the grasses. Azura Ku will start wiggling her way over here, where rumors have it that a handsome male named Chili, the color of petals, kind of like the color of her spikes being like petals, awaits in the shadows. All right, and Tawny's in charge of her siblings. Io just really wants to see his descendants capable of living out in the lagoon. He's worried about his sickly child. Inga will reassure him as best she can, but he is unsure. What if all of their children are as sick as him? Will they be able to take care of them? Oh, now they're worried about it. All right, Inga will grab him some food and offer it to him, and that reassures him that even if his children are not able to frolic amongst the lagoon like he always dreamed, at least as easily as he hoped, they will still endure by working together. So many stories. This is where I normally cap my population of Nichelings way before 20, because you really start getting into some interesting ranges. But Swift is over here, and Hawk, hearing the sound, with 2 nests, hearing the sound of a Bunnel being successfully defeated, has come and found his sister waiting. And I do think that these two would actually make pretty decent mates. They do have some of the genes that we are going for. They could have a blind child, so we do want to be very cautious about that. So I would want to give her Wing. Yeah, I think I would definitely want to give her Wing. And I would want to give her normal eyesight. And I would, well, Wing and I think Ram. I definitely want to give him Ram Horn and Fishing Tail, I think, for Hawk. Well, he already has Fishing Tail. And I want to give him Ram Horn because that's his dream. And Swift already has Wing. So I'm going to give her normal eyesight. They don't really have short sight. They either could have someone carrying the blind gene, or they could end up having a blind baby. They wouldn't end up with a short-sighted baby. Swift, what else would be useful? You know what? We're gonna go with Ramhorn. We're just gonna trust that they will have strong, healthy children. Phew. And besides, blind eyesight isn't always the end of the world, as our wonderful Zyros has shown us. There we go. And another one of the extremely annoying peaceful bears that we just can't get rid of. All right, there we go. And little Ruddy, who I think Ruddy is going to end up inheriting this area because he's actually a lot stronger than I thought he would be. Dove will let out some more calls, not to be outdone. Her sister Tross will let out some more calls. And there we have it, friends. Phew! And the birth of a new baby! Alright, we have the tribe definitely growing by leaps and bounds. Definitely too much in my opinion. We probably should go ahead. I think we'll finish unlocking some of the genes and then scurry along, and we might make it. We're getting kind of to the point where there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 nesting sites, and we might cap it at that. And then whoever gets to control the nest gets it. But once we have the children that we feel are strong enough, everybody I think needs to have wings, and everybody needs to have at least some of the goose traits, then I think we will set forth for new lands on a great migration. So we'll carry on, hopefully swiftly, no pun intended, because some of our nichelings are named Swift, and we will see what the future holds, especially as Tross and her sister Dove begin to come upon their final days. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If you could, do please leave a like for our Nichelings adventures. If you would like to join me on this and literally thousands more, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!